Hello, hello, hello. I'm Sharon Taylor, founder and CEO of the Business Vision and Development Center. And if it's Monday morning, it's time for bagels and business for breakfast. During the month of September, BVDC has been focusing on funding options for your business. Today, we're going to talk about using your personal savings, and getting funds from your family and friends. Both of them sound a little, but sometimes we have to exercise those options. So let's get into it. So, what we're going to talk about first is personal savings. And some of the pros of using your personal savings are full control over your business, no debt or interest payments. It demonstrates a commitment to potential future investors. I want to put a pin in it right there and repeat that. It demonstrates a commitment to potential future investors. So when you ask someone to give you some funds or someone is looking to invest, they want to know how much of your own money have you put into your own business? And so it's key that you are able to demonstrate that you have invested in your own business. Also, when you use your personal savings, it's a flexible use of the funds. You don't have to report to anybody. You don't have to tell anybody how you used your money. So it offers you a lot of flexibility. Now, let's look at some of the challenges of using your personal savings. Limited funding amount. I don't know how much you have in your savings. I think the guidepost is at least 6 months of savings to keep you afloat if something should happen. I'm going to speak to my situation. I do not have 6 months, but you, based on your savings and your situation, it could limit you on how much you can use to fund your business. And there's a personal financial risk. You're all ginned up. You got your business idea, you've done your research, you're gonna you feel like you got a solid idea. You're gonna deplete your savings, deplete or use all the money on your credit cards to fund your business. I caution you not to do that. I caution you not to do that unless you have a backup plan, unless you have a business plan, and unless you've tested the market to see if your idea is a viable business. You don't want to take your mortgage, car note, and everything and put it into your business and then hope upon hope to reap some benefit. The other thing about using your personal finances is potential cash flow issues. So you can't do it on the first of the month because you got to pay your mortgage or your rent. You can't do it on the 15th because you got to pay your car note. You can't do it here, you can't do it there because prior financial obligations. So that's going to hinder your cash flow issues. And another con is the opportunity or challenge, I like to say challenge, the opportunity cost of using personal funds. What is it going to cost you overall to use these personal funds? It could be very costly, or you could hit the jackpot. The next thing I want to talk to you about is I got my little notes here. ROI, return on investment. If you haven't heard about it, make sure you look it up, do some research. But even for you, for investors, what is the return on investment? What does it even mean? That means I'm investing this, and which is Y, and this is X, what I expect to get in return. So typically, how you calculate return of investment, you take the profit divided by the cost of investment times 100, and that should be how you calculate your return on investment. You don't want to be putting money in, and we're still talking about your personal savings, and not getting any investment in return. You also want to separate your personal and your business finances. This is where, including me, can get into some trouble. You're out somewhere, you got your business card, you got your personal business card, because you should already have two separate accounts, personal and savings. You're out to lunch, you don't have any money on your business card, you start using your personal card for business purchases or business services. So now you forget all about it. Tax time comes, whenever you reconcile your budget, you don't know what the heck has happened. And so you're going through receipts, if you kept them, you're going through bank statements saying, who did I have lunch with at Ruth Chris? Was this my personal? Was this a business lunch? So you don't want to get into the habit of mixing your personal and your business monies, because it could get you in a whole lot of trouble. You'll start looking at your personal account and you don't have any money to pay for your personal needs, your household needs, because you've put everything on that personal account card instead of the things that you need on the business side. My advice is, if you don't have any money in that business account, then you don't have any money to spend on your business. That's the safest way to move in this area if you're going to use your personal savings for your business. Take some of the money out of your personal savings, put it over there in your business. That's it. That's all. That's all you have until you start to generate some revenue and see some return on your investment. Then you could be looking at stress, because financing is so stressful for some of us. You could be at the end of the month and don't have any money, and now you're anxious, and then you got to tell your spouse what's going on, and you hadn't mentioned it. So be cognizant going into using your personal savings that you talk to those that could be um hindered by what you're going to do with those monies. You don't want to surprise your significant others that you spent all the money. Now let's talk about family and friends. Lord have mercy. So, you need some money. You want to talk to your family and friends. And if you're like me, some of our family and friends are not well off, and they have their budget to pay for their household needs and to maintain their lifestyles. But You may have a business idea that they just want to get in on. So you have to show the same excitement about your business idea that you want them to feel. If you come to them and you be like, yeah, I got a business idea and I don't know and I think I can, you, they are not going to want to invest in your business. But some of the pros of having family and friends invest is that they're easier to obtain than a traditional loan if you have family and friends that are willing to give you some money. And I also want to encourage you before you go to a family and friend, have your business plan, look prepared, have done some research, and have done a pitch deck. Whether they ask for it or not, somewhere along the line, you're going to need these things. And this is going to be your roadmap when you meet investors and also when you talk to your family and friends about giving you funds for your business. It also helps you when you're thinking about using your personal savings. As you move through the paperwork of writing your business plan, your budget, your pitch deck, you can see where there might be some gaps that need to be filled before you invest your own money, before you ask family and friends to invest in your business idea. So I want you to think about the backstory that goes when asking for investors like your family and friends and invest in your own monies. Some of the challenges with asking family and friends is it could cause a potential strain on your relationships. You've asked them for some money. They're expecting you to be an overnight success. Starting a business takes time sometimes. And you have to talk about um, that it's not going to be an immediate return on their investment if they're asking for a return. Because it just could be a donation and they say, good luck and see you. But if not, you have to be willing to have those conversations on the front end. Then there's a lack of business expertise, either from the family or friend that's giving you the money, and sometimes even from ourselves. So they may be asking questions like, well, okay, I'm gonna give you this money on the first. Am I gonna get the money back on the 15th? So sometimes it takes a minute to explain the processes. You could be using the business excuse me, you could be using their funding to help fund your business formation, to get your licenses and this and that and the other. So the return on investment for that could be a long time coming if they're asking for returns. The other thing, informal arrangements can lead to misunderstandings. Well, I thought you said that you were going to give me $100 on the first, and now you're only giving me $50. And I thought we said at the end of the month, it was going to be a total of 250. The math ain't mathing. Write it down. Make a contract. Even if it's just on a sheet of bond paper where everybody is clear on the terms, how much they're going to get, how much they're going to get back, and anything that they're going to get as a return, because return may not always be money. And another challenge is disappointing your loved ones. You've asked them for some funds, the business idea didn't work, you're already down because you've disappointed yourself. And now you got to go back and tell them it didn't work. But what I can tell you is that as a entrepreneur and a business owner, we're not going to have failures, but we're going to have some challenges. And you need to get back up and get back at it. And you need to be clear with whomever gives you some funding. Your wish, of course, is to succeed, but there's always a chance that you may meet some challenges. Let's see what else we got to talk to you about. So, in conclusion, we talked about using your personal savings. I want to make sure you separate your accounts: personal account, business account. Make sure you have budgeted for your business, budgeted for your personal, and don't mix the two. Okay? And we talked about family and friends. Be very clear about what you need the money for, what return they're going to get, if any, and timelines, and write it down. If you need some help talking through it, you don't know how you're going to do it, how you're going to say it, and looking at your personal budget versus your business budget, we are here to help. Contact us at info@thebvdcenter.org. Go on our website, www.thebvdcenter.org, and click Get Started. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on the other side. Like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a thing.